Right, and in this video we are going to be tasting one of the UK's top selling wines, and it's a Rioja. My name is John Lightfoot, this is
John Murphy.
As I said, we're going to be talking about a Rioja here. We're going to have a look at the colour first. Let's have a look. What colour do you get out of that, John?
I think it's quite light, quite see-through with a nice purple hint on that, I'd say.
Yeah, I'm struggling with the purple, but I guess I can just about see that. Yes, it's got like a purplish hue.
I'll go with the purplish hue. That's good enough for me, John.
Yeah, it's good enough for you?
Yep.
Okay. So, it's very nice and bright. It's not sort of, some wines you can't see through. You can actually you can see through this, but it's got a reasonable amount of body in terms of the colour. Okay, should we have a look? Look, you can't have a look at the nose, can you?
No, well, you can in a way. Let's have a go. Let's have a go on the nose.
Let's have a sniff of the nose.
Let's have a sniff.
That's very light. I'm struggling to actually get anything out of that.
Yeah, I know what you mean. That is, it's quite a subtle expression of Rioja. I mean, you can tell again. It's got that leather in there, and that stands out for me, and that's what I was looking for it. You're right. It's not in your face, not very punchy, but I think it's very young, isn't it? Is this one the Tempranillo?
Yeah, I think it's 2019, and we're filming this in early 2021.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So that's not a bad thing at all. There's nothing wrong with a nice light Rioja.
No, and I mean exactly that. Obviously, wines are for your mood and for what you're doing, and you know, if you're with friends and you just want to literally, you know, have a chat and talk, you want to focus on what your friend you've not met, especially in these lockdown days, and you met your friend again, you actually want to listen to what they're saying, and so therefore you don't want to have a really good wine because you're not going to be concentrating on the wine. Hopefully, you're going to be concentrating on your friend.
I like what you say. You actually want to hear what I say. That's what does that mean? When I come here, John, you don't listen to what I... Anyway, can't wait for this lockdown.
Oh my God, not another secret out.
Right, let's have a go on the old palate.
Okay,
have done
tasting.
Oh. I think from the nose we knew what was going to come on the palate there, and that is exactly what I thought it would be. Very light, very easy. Very soft on the tannins, which I did actually think that there'd be more tannins in there. I don't know why, because it's young, hasn't had a chance to soften out yet, but that is actually quite soft anyway. But it's not complex, not much going on there. But again, not necessarily a bad thing.
I was going to say that for me, you know, I know it's £8 normally, £6.50 when we were filming, but for me, I was expecting that to be a lot rougher, you know, a lot more sort of acidity in the wine.
Yeah.
And I was surprised how soft it was. You know, for a very early Rioja, not had time to sort of mature out. I was quite impressed with that. But for me, it would definitely, as you say, it's not a wine that you're going to think, oh, what can I tell? There's sort of like almost a one hit, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, when we've used the word before, but one-dimensional. There's nothing much going on there. There's no really length to that. But again, for £6.50, and this is available in most supermarkets, you're not going far wrong with that. Not for £6.50.
Exactly. For £6.50, you can afford to, you know, take a chance and try it and see what you think. And let us know in the comments below what you think, please. And we'd be really interested for that feedback. I mean, I think it is a wine that at £6.50, I don't think anyone would have any complaints for. And I'd say, in terms of value for money, it's in the upper quartile. You know, it is for £6.50 extremely good value for what for the money in my view.
And I agree fully, John. For £6.50, can't go wrong.
The pairing.
The pairing. Are we talking cheese?
We are talking whatever inspirational moment you have in your head.
Well, most of the time when I'm having a bottle of wine on its own, I will have a bit of cheese as well. So I'll stick on the cheese for now.
By definition, then it's not on its own.
No, very, very right. But instead of like with a meal, I'm not having it with a meal. Yeah. I would have the wine. You know, after I've had one bottle with the meal, then I'd move on to something else, a little bit of cheese. And I would look at, I'm trying to think, something like a Comté for that, the French Comté.
How do you spell that?
Comte, Comté.
Okay.
Comté. because that's got a little sweetness that I think would just complement that, and whatever tannins are in there would just disappear because the cheese tends to do that with the red wine. So yeah, and it's not too overly complicated. It's nice, almost milky is the Comté. So those two together, I think would make a lovely pairing.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'm trusting you because I don't think I've tried Comté.
Then I shall bring you some, John.
Yes. Oh, I look forward to it. I look forward to it. So, the score. Do you want me to go first?
I've not actually thought of one. I always like to have it in my head, and then when you say yours, I'm like, yeah. So let me have a think. I'm taking into account it's £6.50. So yes, I've got a score.
Okay, so have I. My score is 78.
My score is 78 as well.
Whoa!
Absolutely spot on. Oh wow,
Well,
that doesn't happen often.
No.
We're usually close, but that is
We're not normally dead on, are we?
brilliant.
No, absolutely.
Yeah. So yeah.
And 78 is a good score, just in case it's the first time you watch one of our videos. It doesn't mean to say it may sound a long way away from 100. Actually, 78 is a good score. Very rare that we. I think 92 is the highest score we've ever. Yeah, and that's just because we're assuming there is a better wine yet to taste. So we want to leave some reserves for that.
Yeah, I think 78 scores up perfectly. It's a nice, easy drinking wine, not overly complex, and at £6.50, I think that does it justice at that money.
Excellent. So I guess we now can move on to the conclusion, which is, would you buy this?
Me personally?
Yes.
Yeah. I think this is the kind of thing that I would like to have in stock for just ease. You can give this to anybody, if you know what I mean. Inoffensive, anybody can have a bit of that.
Yeah.
And at £6.50, I might just stretch to that. Might just.
I totally agree. Exactly as I think I sort of suggested earlier in the video, that love to have a sort of a bottle of this in the cupboard. So if a friend comes round, crack the bottle open, have a good old gas together. This would go down delightfully with that situation. So yes, I would buy this again.
Forgot about that.
Fantastic. Okay, well we'll be linking to our next video, which we actually tried the same brand's Reserva, and that I think is a 2015. So we'll actually be comparing that, having just drunk this, to see actually is the extra money worth it. So hopefully we'll see you there, and it will be linked in the video. So until the next time, really looking forward to seeing you there. Chin chin.
Chin chin.